Hello, I'm Trackside,
And I am Lego Spaceman.
and welcome to Trackside Tunes, the show where the hosts can't be in the same video. And today we'll be talking about the sing-along.
Yes, probably the most controversial topic in all the fandom, whether you like accidents happen or never, never give up. They're quite iconic in this wonderful community which we live
And most of the original ones were written by Mike O'Donnell and Junior Campbell, are two great and well-known music writers. We already talked about them in our first episode.
in. Yes, our pilot that literally crashed. Okay. Anyway,
And it's
yes.
technically inaccurate, but okay. Um, the first one they wrote was the Thomas anthem, and there's two versions of the music video. One using season three only footage, and another one using footage from season one to four.
Thomas, we love you. Thomas, we love you. Thomas, what did Mattel do to you? Do 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 do.
Three cheers for Bailey and that song! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Pip and Emma, hooray!
Okay. Um, and apparently on some DVDs that song came right before Percy's ghostly trick. And like, imagine being a kid, just like a 2-year-old kid sitting in front of there. You just listen to this awesome rocking tune, and you're like, oh crap, the scary one's coming up next. Thomas, don't leave us.
Thomas, we love you. Down now, freaking just intense like bass line from the Ghost Train.
Just rocking the whole house because your parents were dumb enough to have it through the subwoofers.
Like the freaking the low the low octave synth brass is just going don't do 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 do.
And then the next one they wrote was apparently Let's Have a Race. And this one's a really good one. It's very energetic.
Yes, let's have a race. I remember when I was a kid, it was on the 10 Years of Thomas DVD with a couple other the sing-alongs.
Yeah,
Uh, that's kind of how I most remember them. But
yeah.
let's have a
They
race,
were
have a race.
footage of the first day out with Thomas event at the Strasbourg Railroad. And they had all these Tommy trains running around. And yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome. I
yeah.
wish I can go back and see that type of stuff. That would have been so cool.
Only we had a DeLorean slash TARDIS slash Bill and Ted's phone booth.
Yes, if only we did. But at least we have Herbie.
Boy, Super Beatles are bad.
Super Beatles are terrible. Anyway, yes, let's have a race, have a race, have a race is a really good song. And when I was a kid, I remember getting my really beat up birdie. I don't know why, but my birdie looked like it was roached out. But I remember getting it and just flying it across my yard with my Thomas, and usually the
Just
birdie would
good
win because it was
old boys, never meaning no harm.
better.
Freaking Duke Hazard style, like yay how. Generally, the generally
Is it sort of like Dukes of Hazard theme as Birdie just flies past? It's the good old boys.
pay someone to do a Thomas cover of the Dukes of Hazard theme.
I may do
But
that.
not Bailey, of course, because Bailey does stuff for free.
Wow, aren't you just brilliant, James? Anyway,
Yeah, you're pretty cool.
so what is the next song on the prompt?
Those were the first two. Um, I don't really know because apparently I don't know how to plan. So I'm just going to talk about the ones I find most memorable. But Gone Fishing, that was an awesome song.
Oh man, living in the South of the United States, just the song just defines the South. And in the halfway point, how it goes do 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 do, and it just has like that clack rocker that swings around, and that plays the slip sound effect. That's so cool. it just matched the style of the song so perfectly.
Yeah. And one time I remember going camping and I was singing that song while I was walking to go fish. And that's kind of like the premise of the song. It's just relaxing by a lake with your line in the water and waiting for a bite from the fish.
Speaking of fish, what about Down by the Docks?
That's a place to be down
Down
by the
by the docks.
a gateway to the sea, down
Down by
by the
the
dockside,
dockside.
down by the dockside, down by the dockside is the place you
We
want to be. Hey,
I may be the only one that remembers this, but I used to own the Cranky Bugs thing, and that came at the end of the Cranky Bugs VHS tape. But after that, there was this really creepy VHS tape company logo, and it was so loud,
the
and it had
strange.
this planet. I forgot.
It's
It had
the
this.
Canadian Dry logo, Bailey. Only true Wooden Railway only fans will get that. Oh, wait, that's the Wooden Railway review fans will get that.
How about we not? Because we obviously know Sprite is better. Uh,
We will have this discussion later.
yes.
Well, one that is a really good one. One that I find is most cheerful is Really Useful Engine.
Yeah.
And it starts off with like the two choruses and then it goes to the sort of tense part, and then it goes back to the happy-go-lucky one. And then at the end of the music video, you got Thomas puffing away from the off the from Thomas and Gordon. And
Yeah. It's so just. It's like it really makes you understand Thomas better. Like it, if somebody didn't know who Thomas was, I was like, okay, slap that song in. We need an understanding real quick. Uh, and
yeah, and, I,
yeah,
and then you got other songs that are cheerful and then sad at the same time, like Toby, where it talks about how Toby used to work on a tramway.
yeah. Then he
Um,
then he
then
almost
it
died. Back controller saves him.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say he almost dies. I think it's more like I think it's more like something along the lines of he was going to be stuck in the shed until he was sold.
That's sad.
Which I mean, if the Fat Control, like, I mean, I think the Fat Controllers bought. I think the Fat Controller bought him, so at least he got a new home. But the song capsulates this, whatever you want to call it, really well, and it's a good addition to the whole song categories of you know of Thomas the Tank Engine and the sing along, and then of course you got "Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover," which let's just say, um, I was watching the Thomas and the Special Letter DVD and I fell asleep. I wake up at 3 a.m. and "Don't Judge a Book by Its Cover's blasting in the background. I'm like, and I just felt super sorry for all the people that had to listen to it in my house. Like,
you
don't
know,
judge its cover. Do, do, do,
something
do.
happened. Something similar happened to me because when I was younger, I used to own the actual Trackside Tunes VHS tape, and for some reason, I'm not sure whether it's just because my TV or the audio mixing, but every time I came on a song, it was obsessively loud, like to the point to where you had to turn down the TV to where you almost couldn't hear it. And I was at the end of the VHS, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is great." It just booms out. I don't even remember what the song was. It was so obnoxious that my mother just flew to the TV at like 1 million miles an hour and slapped that thing off. And she's like, "Boy, what are you doing with all this other stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh well, okay, well that's over." And it's one of those things that I find funny because I don't really get to bond with my parents, but for reasons that are personal. But it's one of those funny moments in life that still make me chuckle for no reason. It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
describe.
And uh, the one that I think is one of the greatest, in my opinion, is the Island song. Not the
Yeah.
Adventure Time one, the Thomas one.
The island song. Imagine
Yeah.
a place.
Picture a land where the sky is so blue.
Forgot the lyrics. Don't punch me.
Story
Fandom.
book land of wonder.
Magical island just waiting for you.
Island of Sodor will make your dream true. That was my spoken word rendition in the style of William Shatner. So
Wow.
yeah,
Very
I,
talented.
I honestly, if Bailey can make me an instrumental, I would do that.
Uh, I'll think about it. Probably gonna get shot if I do something like that though. Um,
But Island Song is a great. What would you call? Would you call it a ballad?
it's hard to describe. I guess it's a ballad.
Of course, Toby is
Um,
more like a ballad because it's talking about one character. Same with Donald's Duck. Donald's Duck,
yeah,
if you can, Donald's Duck is, you
but I mean
know,
the song's talking about one. I wouldn't say entity, but it's talking about one thing. So I
yeah.
mean, hey, um, there's one sing along song that I hate, and I know everybody's gonna shaft me for it, and I hate it for one reason. Well, I don't hate it, but I dislike it. Um,
Better not be accidents
it's
happen.
never, it's never, never, never give up. Oh,
Oh man, I just feel like giving up after hearing that song.
it's like,
Giving up on my channel. Yeah.
what is the song's not bad, but it's just so repetitive, and it just to me it just kind of seemed lame. And I watched it. My first time encountering it was I think was on Unlucky Tug's video, which has like so many views I can't even remember. It has like I think the most viewed video on the Thomas fandom to date. Um,
I thought that was the Thriller one.
Thriller one. Oh yeah, that one was pretty creepy, especially the duck face at the end. Oh no. Uh, I mean, yeah, but the Unlucky Tug, Never 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 Give Up was pretty rad back in the day with everybody too. But what I mean is, it just was too repetitive, and it was the one song I would always skip on the playlist of Tom's music. It just never really got to me, and it kind of annoyed me a lot for no reason. Anyway, sorry about my rant.
That's fine. Another one would probably be Harold the Helicopter. Harold the helicopter flies above the sky, which I, which the song kind of, you know, came from the actual Harold theme. It
Yeah,
same shares the same, riffs, the melody, like the whole chords and stuff.
yeah, and it's kind of sad because the Herald theme was barely even heard in the series, yet it's really, really good. It defines the character perfectly, but the character's not seen that much for it to be used almost ever, and
Um,
it
like
baffles me
Harold's
that.
first appearance in Percy and Harold or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was, but
I,
but
th-
it
I think that's
baffles.
the name of the episode. And then he would appear occasionally around season two. He got a few role. He got the two episodes that stick out in season three were Thomas, Percy, and the Mail or the Post Train, and Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure. I am not referring to the episodes by their American titles unless I don't know the UK titles because I honestly prefer the UK dub. I mean, George isn't bad. Neither is Baldwin. Even Brandon has his good points, but I think Michael and Ringo did their best.
Well, this is called Trackside Tunes, and we're definitely getting off track if you get my meaning. Uh,
Yeah. Trackside tunes thing I don't want to be.
And,
Anyway, um, some of the
and
like some songs that I think are forgettable was the five new engines in the shed, and
oh, it, the five new engines in the shed is forgettable, but there's one thing I can say about it that a lot of songs can't say. It's very well orchestrated. Like
have you
it's
heard?
it's just so it kind of sounds majestic, even though it's literally about just five engines in a shed. Like it's literally the whole thing.
Yeah, and then there was this one uh, new series sing along with a guitar solo.
One new series. That's a lot of songs in the new series, my friend.
I
A
think
lot.
it was on the Milkshake Muddles DVD.
Milkshake Muddles. Oh, dude, that era, every song had a guitar solo. Every song had a
This one
guitar
was
solo.
different though. Kind of stuck with me.
That's like saying Nutella is different from an off-brand Aldi Nutella, James.
It is, Bailey. Just stop lying. It is.
No, it's like going drinking Sprite and then making Sprite and saying it's different. It's the same thing.
That's like making oh yeah, it's like making Baja Blast out of friggin' Mountain Dew and friggin' Powerade.
As long as it tastes the same and is made of the same stuff, it should be the same.
It's
Like
not the same though. You can't
it's a
can't
guitar,
make
so it's in every single thing. It's
can't make Baja Blast out of Mountain Dew and Powerade though. It just tastes disgusting.
you can't, but it's like, bro, what I'm trying to say is all the songs had a guitar solo, and the guitar solos are mostly the same sounding. And not to be rude, but you get my meaning.
Yeah, and then there's the German dub of the Narrow Gauge Engine song with Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. And then Mike O'Donnell recently released a one that was never released, and it was That's What Friends Are For, and it's a beautiful melody. It's a beautiful ballad,
When
and
you think life's
uh,
unfair.
this and it kind of reminds me of songs like Yesterday, and in the sense that it's sad, it's kind of sad, but it's also beautiful at the same time.
Exactly. And I was mowing the yard a couple days ago and I was listening to that song and I was like, man, because I never really paid attention to the song. I knew it existed, but I never really took the time to listen to it. And I was like, man, this is kind of underrated. It's really kind of beautiful. And
Yeah, and one time, um, I was in a call with some people, and we just heard about Michelangelo's passing, and so one of them he put on "That's What Friends Are For," just just a it's just a way to get his expression out, and it was fitting for for an unfortunate event.
yeah, that was a pretty sad time in the fandom, to say the least. That I was pretty upset when I heard because when I hear Michelangelos, I imagine a lot of Hartshore music, which I'm a big fan of. I love all of Hartshore's music in the newer series. I love the tubas. I love the trombones. Say what you
We're
want to. It's
fun
fun.
of that. Were we making fun of Hartshore's music a few episodes ago?
Look, well, I'm gonna make fun of everybody's music, but let me tell you, all their music's good. And don't even diss my boy Hartshore. He's my guy. His tubas
Okay, some of
got the
his
stuff.
music is a lot more calmer than Mike O'Donnell, and I do appreciate it because I did grow up with the new series. I wasn't one of those '90s kids who grew up with. I did have the classic episodes, but those were on VHS, and DVDs were more readily, you know, affordable. Even though VHSs are technically more affordable than DVDs, I still wanted to get new episodes, and I only stopped watching the new series when it turned into like season 14 or 15.
Speaking of the new series, what type of new era songs do you remember?
On Thomas and the Treasure, there was Strength, and that was probably the first time I ever saw Rocky.
Oh yeah,
Just like Edward pulling him, and Edward was kind of mean to Rocky in the episode. I didn't realize, I didn't even see the episode until I saw a rerun on like uh, there's a Canadian broadcasting show called a network called Treehouse. That's basically anything like PBS. That's basically PBS Sprouts or Nick Jr.
uh,
And that's probably the only place I saw it. And Strength Strength was sort of like was that one episode where you'd have that in like you'd have you know strength makes your wheels go round or something like that. And I mean that it's 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 an all right song. I wouldn't place it up there with that's what friends are for, really useful engines, Toby, and the Island Song, but it's a fun time waster to listen to if there's
yeah.
such thing.
Most of the songs I remember are like songs like the sounds like this, the sound that the engine makes, and trying to do things better. Oh God.
Yeah, and like
Oh, do you
then
remember? So James, have you ever watched Calling All Engines?
yeah,
Uh, like
busy the busy song
busy, 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 busy. Oh,
makes your wheels go round.
what about what is it called? Jobs aplenty. Doon doo 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 doo.
I don't. I mean, I think I've heard it, but that wouldn't really. That wasn't a part of. I don't think that was a part of Calling All Engines. Oh yeah,
Great discovery. Great.
the Great Discovery. Whereas Tom is gone, like where it's like a slow melody and then it's like goes to a fast rocker. Thomas is having a wild ride, trapped down in a disused mine.
Yeah, it goes to like a epic rock back to like a sad, calming, like
It's just like
low.
where has Thomas gone? It's kind of suspenseful. Like, I heard something about how a lot of cheerful songs will be in like keys of C minor, and then sort of rock songs like Revolution will be in B minor, B major, or B minor,
Yeah,
and it kind of has to do with like the mood and like the style of song. It kind of has something to play into it, and of course, we can't forget about the winter songs, the Winter Wonderland and Snow.
yeah. Snow, snow,
My
snow.
boy, my boy Bailey
Wait.
here, he wrote a whole like thing for his series Tugs of River.
Oh yeah, I wrote a Tugs Up River Snow song, I think. Anyway, James, do you remember the have you seen the deleted song from Calling All Engines called the Dream Song?
I don't think it was. I've never heard it. I'll have to probably listen to it.
Let me tell you, man, it is messed up. Like, so you know how in the movie all the engines had dreams about being scrapped and some other garbage, and
Like
like,
Ed, I think it was Gordon becoming a playground, Edward becoming a scarecrow,
can I
James
just
becoming a freaking circus clown, and Percy becoming a roller coaster
can I
engineer.
just sing can I just sing the song for you real quick?
Sure, why not?
Roll up, roll up, take a throw. Have you had a go? Roll up, have a try, have a tr- uh, have a try. Go on, take a shy. Remember how James was so proud and so brave. Look at him now, now he won't be again. Cue up, cue up, take a swing on this rusty thing. Cue up, have a slide, go and have a try. Remember how Gordon was king of the tracks. Look at him now, oh, there's no going back.
This is some kind of being for the benefit of Mr. Kite stuff.
Exactly. It's like, and I'm like
Being for the
listening to that, and I'm
benefit
like,
of like if someone did a remix of being for the benefit of Mr. Kite using like and and the Dream song be and like having them mixed together using the rave DJ, I think it would sound decent.
I should probably do that as cover. I'm thinking about making a cover of the Dream song. Anyway, back to the topic of the snow and winter songs. But yeah, everybody makes fun of the winter holiday song. It's a meme. It's not really my favorite, but it's decent. Okay, it's decent.
I thought the Fat Controller had turned into a snowman. I'm like, Fat Hat, come back. Who's
I
gonna
think,
run the railway? Phil Artman? No, thank you.
yeah, he'll just get shot by some dude in a construction suit.
Justice for Robert. Justice for Robert. That's all I gotta say.
And we just have a piece for Robert. We're gonna have an episode dedicated to Robert and his music talents, which is literally zero.
We're we're gonna cancel Phil.
Oh man, ooh, this got out of hand.
Okay. Um, any other songs, Bailey?
I can't really think of any on the top of my head, honestly.
Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of the songs can be forgettable, or they can either make or break a thing. Oh wait, we haven't talked about accidents. Well, accidents can happen.
Well, what about
Ac-
for the ride?
Come for the ride, rocking on the railway, rolling,
Just
rolling.
as soon as it says "rocking on the railway," just insert Boulder.
Insert bolt, insert Sir Topham hat rolling down the railway here.
Rocking. Uh, so
Rocking railway.
I
Then
agree.
there's great to be an engine.
Oh yes, it's great to be an engine. The first thing I imagine when you say that is just Master Hastings' awesome cover of that. Uh,
Yeah,
yes, it's great to be an
yeah.
engine. See
Hastings, uh,
now.
headmaster. How do you pronounce his name again?
Master of Master of Hastings, dude, or Master
Um,
Hastings,
Headmaster Hastings.
or Headmaster Hastings.
Yeah, yeah, that guy. He's done. You and Matt forgot to. We didn't mention him in the last video, so I'm gonna do that. He makes
Yeah,
some awesome covers, like a cover of the Island song. I don't even think he's done the Island song. I might have to check that. But like Gone Fishing, he did a '60s cover of that. Um, and a lot of those, and he's done really useful engine. And his music is really good.
there's another composer I should have talked about. That's one of the OG of music making, or at least preserving and actually reconstructing music. It's MK Instrumentalist. Like he's best known for Tug stuff, but man, I mean, this guy was recomposing all the breakdown train themes back in the day before anybody knew how to play them. So he's really a pioneer in helping everybody figure out the songs, you know?
Yeah. And since you got to plug your music channel in the last video, I think I deserve to plug mine, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Um, go subscribe to Sudrine Vinyl. I make covers of mainly Beatles songs. I'm a sad person, but I've done some other covers of like songs from video games, and I've done a few covers of themes. So just look for my thing like at um look at the theme of look at my compiling series called uh, Sudrian Jukebox or whatever. But yeah, there's my plug for the day. Any other songs you want to talk about, Bailey?
I don't think so, James. I think we pretty much covered all of
Forgot
them.
the controller theme, the Fat Controller song. Sir
One.
Top from Hat. They literally almost call him fat, so they're like really stout. This is like that they call. I mean, a lot of these songs are just coming to me right now because we're talking about the sing-alongs.
Yeah.
Songs like James, like Take a Look Who's Coming Down the track. Make way for James. Hooray for James.
Shiny,
And
shiny
then we
paint.
got Seaside Adventure or Seaside Trip.
Oh, that was so forgettable. I like the song, but it's so forgettable.
Yeah. And I think that's all. So, any last word?
No, I think that's pretty much all the music that we could talk about, honestly.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching this episode of Trackside Tunes. A bit longer than our other ones because we got off track. Side tunes.
Wow, that was just great pun.
We also had a bunch of bloopers, which let's just say they weren't that pretty.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
pretty painful.
I won't spoil them because we're probably going to end up compiling a lot of our old bloopers.
Yes, quite.
But yeah, so thank you for watching Trackside Tunes. We are grateful for your support, and this show is really fun and has brought us closer to the music community, and
Yeah,
we
and
enjoy this content for you guys and for the community radio. And hopefully, our show won't get canceled and bought up by a dang Daniel 95 Productions.
oh
Oh,
no.
oh, I wasn't supposed to say his name. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is Trains and Tugs,
And this is Lego Spaceman.
and we're signing off. And justice for Robert Stewart. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.